Morning, good morning, good morning. It's a beautiful morning. Today is Friday the 16th, Friday the 16th of 2026 January. Okay, so in this phase that we are in, we don't have internet. Internet has been shut down by the government of Uganda, and the reason why they did this is because yesterday we had an election, and so today they shut it down day before, uh, so that there are no chaos. They don't want any. They're trying to control things. I am not into politics, and that is none of my business. But let me share with you something. The person that is in power right now, he's been in power since 1986. Okay, so this year marks 40 years since he was in power. 40, 10, 20, 30, 40 years. On the other side, there's a group of people led by a young guy called Bobby Wine who wants to take over the rulership. And I don't know the statistics, but there's a number of people who want change. They want someone new who will come in to make a difference. Okay, and their party is called NUP. The symbol is an umbrella, and they say people power. They believe there's a power by the people that they can, because the power is with the people. That's what democracy teaches us, that the power is with the people. And so the people are going to take over this power. Okay. And so but there's another group that's like, let the man continue ruling. Yeah, and because we are human beings, we have the right to choose whichever portion or direction we want to take. Nobody can stop us from choosing whatever we want. It's a free world. Everybody has a freedom of choice, and so we'll see how the outcomes will come. This video, I will upload it after the internet is back. But then this morning, I was thinking, how is it that this man, the current president, the sitting president, has the power to be there for 40 literal years, like 40? I don't know. There's so many things. I don't want to be political about this thing. My reasoning comes from this idea that there is a being who let him be in power. And this is what I'm trying to bring across, that God is still in control, that He's the one who sets people into power. And then there's this faction of people who will say, why will God let evil people be in power, or people in power to do atrocious things? We've seen in the past leaders who killed people, or leaders who amassed wealth for themselves, or who did evil things to their subjects. And yeah, God allows that also to happen, because in His divine wisdom, even what seems to be evil, He makes it turn out to good in such a weird way. I can't even explain it to your rational thinking being this to make it sense, that this same person allows evil to seemingly look as if it is ruling to his better end. And I'm not saying that the current president is evil. I'm just saying some people are like, how comes he's in power for this long? But what I'm trying to say is that God is in control. And I was not going to trying to talk about political stuff. I'm trying to talk about your life. That your life is in God's hands, and that He controls all the affairs of your life. And let me read for you something. I was reading something this morning that triggered this. Where's my book? Okay. So I was reading something. That's why I came to this. The the title of the topic that I was reading is the sovereignty of God in administration, and that He rules over the sun, the moon, the stars, the weather. He rules over inanimate things, the storms, the typhoons, the earthquakes, the floods. Also, He rules over animals, the birds, the lions, blah 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 blah. And then He rules over spirits, good spirits and evil spirits. He rules over them. And then finally, He rules over man. Okay, so there's this thing that I read that stuck in my mind. Okay, that's what I want to share with you. And this is the line. He says, "My counsel shall stand, and I will do all my pleasures." And so, you see, after reading this, for me, it doesn't make any sense to me. Nothing makes sense to me. I just want it to apply into my life, and then every other thing makes sense. So I was seated and I was like, so in relation to my life, is He still in control of my life? And sadly, yes. And also, in a great way, yes, because it's most of the time, seemingly, He looks like as if He's not there. Like I am on my own. Like things are not working according to plan. Like, where is He? Uh, there's so many times He will have come through in some ways, and my life will be totally different. But then, because I have a finite mind, because I'm not omnipotent, because I don't have the all-seeing eye, I see things in relation to the here and the now and the way I want things to play. That's so stupid. That's so myopic. I need to see things on a bigger perspective, that as much as the way things are, everything is working for His good, and then my life also is in that. The most important thing about this, that the fact that He has all these powers to raise kingdoms, to bring them down. He controls the weather. He controls all the affairs of men. All the affairs of men. He controls all the investments that I've ever tried to put down, and they all failed. All failed. All failed. Like if I give a list of the things that I put my hands into and they failed, someone might think like I'm a cast. But then this is the thing. The most important thing in the whole grand scheme of things is that He cares. He cares for me. He cares for you. And this is the message that I want you to know, that there's a supreme being who is much more powerful than Elon Musk, than Jeff Bezos, than the current president, Trump, than whoever has power. You know the way power is power, like real power, that this person has his my affairs affects him in some ways, not in some ways, in every way, in every way. And so it is my duty to align myself, to be at peace with the fact that everything is going to happen the way it's going to happen, and I should not be worried, I should not stress, I should not fret, I should not be anxious. I just be at peace. Let it just play the way it's going to play. But the most important thing is to align to the great plan and flow with it wherever it's going to lead. The most important thing is to know that that great power is at work in my life. And in the end, is it the way Steve Jobs says we are going to connect the dots in the future, looking backwards? I am going to connect these dots and I'm going to aspire. And so you also are going to connect these dots in the future, and you'll look back and you'll be like, wow, why was I worried? Why was I tensed? Why did I make some stupid decisions because of what I thought? So actually, looking at the whole thing, I'm just smiling. I'm actually smiling at the storm because how is it that I'm here right now? It's just crazy. So you get the point. The point is the idea that things just happen, they just don't happen. Everything is being orchestrated by a grandiose being who is setting everything to play the way it's supposed to play for you good, for my good. As always, should we be worried? It's a new year. Everything is gonna be fine. Everything is gonna be fine. Everything is gonna be fine. So, hey, I just came here to share with you this notion that I got this idea I got this morning, and wish you the best. Just be at peace. Cheers.